Hello, GCU. Have you ever noticed that it's really hard when you're in the midst of a lot of stress, a lot of things happening, it's really hard to keep your mind focused on one thing. If you're a student, you've probably experienced this, or the paper is due and yet kids are sick, you have stuff at work, and how do I focus on this assignment that's right in front of me right now? And the difficulty of that is just a reality of what we go through when we experience tension from the world, all the stress from the world. And yet there's freedom from that if we will rest in one thing. Isaiah 26:3 says, "You, God, will keep in perfect peace the one whose mind is steadfast because he trusts in you." That mind being steadfast, focused, a mind that is stayed on Jesus. That's the freedom that comes from all this tension that comes against us. The promise is that God keeps in perfect peace those whose mind can actually focus and be steadfast on him, because when my mind is focused on him, it shows, it demonstrates. It's the picture of my trust in him. I don't know if you remember this story from Jesus' life, but he had two friends. They were both women, Mary and Martha. And Jesus came to visit them, and so Mary went and sat down with Jesus, and they were talking and catching up. And Martha saw all the need of the plates that needed to be set up, and a dish needs to be made, and something's got to go in the cups. There's a lot to do. There's so many tasks. And she eventually started doing these tasks and got resentful of her sister and Jesus, who were just sitting outside having a ball while she's doing all this work. There was so much to be done. So she goes and confronts him and says, "Look, I'm doing all this work." And Jesus stops her and says, "Martha, Martha, there's only one thing that's needed. Your sister Mary chose the better way. She chose to sit with me. She focused on the one thing." I encourage you today to focus on that one thing, to go demonstrating your trust in God. No matter what you're facing, all the tension that comes against you, focus. Bring everything to him, and that shows that you trust in him. And the promise is God will keep you in perfect peace no matter what you face. Have a great day.